even bring my phone to send messages. Okay. Anyway, if there's anybody out there, send a little message. Top chat. No, what live chat? Live chat. Okay, I'll give it a few minutes. Just hang on. Anybody out there? Anybody out there? I'll give myself a thumbs up. Can't do that. Oh, Dave Ford. Good evening, Dave. Glad you found me. I didn't see whether you arrived on at 9 o'clock when I scheduled it, but I had it going in my studio, running off my mobile, and the stream was buffering a lot, so it wasn't very satisfactory for people. So I had to rush home, which is only 5-10 minutes away, and set up the stream again. But doesn't seem to be anyone around. Oh, Jacqueline, wow, great. Yeah, back a little bit hot and sweaty, but Lynn B, svoje dobro. Hvala ti. Nice and clean at all. I'm very pleased with that. I'm very pleased to see you, Dave, because I'm finally sat down and watched the whole of your Anstey Bingham's Malcolm video. As I said, Lynn, I'm at headquarters now. I'm at home. As I said in my message to you, that my sister's farm was adjacent to Bingham's Malcolm, and the little stream, Devil's Brook, runs through their farm. It was, half a mile away from where you were, just that you went off in the other direction. Yes, Ron, I'm back, and I'm glad that you've found me again. But it was Zorro is in the living room, resting on the sofa. But no, it was a lovely video of yours, Dave, and I've been catching up on quite a few of people's videos, and you went to the farm shop opposite the Fox pub, and I've been to that farm shop and got produce, and I had a discussion online with Robbie of the North, Robert Croser, about the value of farm shops and whether it's worth buying your food, your provisions, your vegetables from these places when supermarkets are so much cheaper. But I think I would rather pay a little bit more and support a local farmer and the local economy, and you have a better idea of what is in the food that you are buying. I certainly don't really eat much processed food these days. Luckily, in Zagreb, every neighborhood has a green market, so it's very easy to buy fresh vegetables and cook with them. And I love cooking, so it's a bonus. And who else has we got here? So Ron, Jackie, Lynn, Dave. Yes. Did I see Robbie of the North? Has he come back? Not yet. Dave, yes, it was a lovely walk around there. I was a bit worried that I had too much history in it, but it seemed to have gone down well. 1.2 thousand views in 4 days. No, the history is great, and I love that you put maps in. Another Dorset video this Friday from Stoke Abbott that has an interesting ending. Okay, cool. Oh, Rob is here. Good man, good man. Dave, I put a little note when I watched your video that there's a lovely walk near to where you were called Dorsetshire Gap, and it's the meeting of 5 drovers' roads in this little obscure corner, and the geography, the geology there is wonderful. And at this junction of these 5 roads, there is a box with notebooks, and people walk there for miles, and they write their comments in these little notebooks. It's really, really touching. And you mentioned the Derbyville family in your video, which is connected with Thomas Hardy, of course, and the route that Tess walked to visit the Derbyville family was along this route, Dorsetshire Gap. So if you find your way in that area again, that might be a nice walk for you to do. Uh, duh, 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 duh. Yes, Lynn B, well remembered. I did a little video of it myself. It was a very grey day, very windy day as well. Excuse me. You passed through Dorsetshire Gap and you looked at the box? Yes, I put the link in my reply. Okay, I will catch up on that later. Nice one, Dave. Thank you. Elaine Johnson, hello. Lovely to see you. I hope all of you are going to be at the lunch on the 3rd of December. I'm coming over especially for that and to see my mother, of course. But I'm looking forward to catching up with you all again. So Bonnie is got her saxophone practice tonight, so she unfortunately won't be with us this evening, but she said she would catch up. So what have we all been doing? And I watched Kevin's video of the walk to Hayling Island, and that seemed like a lovely walk. It's a landscape I've never visited it. It seems to be pretty successful with 22 people, and good to see Ian McCagan there after his issues with his foot, but he joined the walk, and apparently he did manage to do the walk. Um, yes, Elaine, it'd be lovely to see you again. Yeah. Yes, I'm coming over, Ron, especially to see you all, and Mum, of course. Yeah. And so the next walk that Kevin is doing in October, the 29th, Sunday, it's at Loxwood. It's a walk along part of the Avon and Somerset Canal, I believe. No, Lynn, I've still got to catch up with that one. Oh, and Kim told you how to get it. Oh, Langport Bottom. Yes, it's just above Kim, isn't it? Great, great. So, yes, that is a canal and a walk through some fields, but I think it's fairly flat. I think that one of the issues with the Hailing Island walk was the disparity with speeds that people could walk. So, I mean, perhaps one solution would be to devise a walk where there is a short circular and a longer circular, so that you all arrive at the end at the same time. For those people who can't manage the number of miles that uh, others like myself like to do. I like to walk quite a way. Um, Looking through what people have been doing, I was checking what people online on Facebook pages. Half of you are retired, and I wonder how. Of course, who would have time to work when you all lead such busy lives, visiting places like Lynn B today? You were in the Stanmer Park, having lunch and a walk around the garden there. Really nice place. Mark English, he's still working, but Kerry found us at last. Great. We had a problem with the stream over in my studio, so I've rushed back home to use the house internet. It's a bit better, a bit stronger, so there's no buffering, I hope, anymore. But Mark English, yes, he's been in Florida and has put up some videos of that, and he also did the one about farm shops, continuing that theme of farm produce. Is it worth it? And I firmly believe it is worth it. And in near Lewis, near on the I think the Eastbourne Road, there are a couple of wonderful farm shops near Charleston Farmhouse that I've been to recently. Mark also put out the video of our walk, Lavington Walk, and rather cleverly, he managed to film the moment that I touched an electric fence and recoiled from the shock. What else? Who else has been? Well, Nigel Sadler. He went to a concert, Tubular Bells. Was it the 50th? I think the 50th anniversary. I'm sure most of you, like myself, remember the first time you heard it, and saw it on the Old Grey Whistle Test way back then, a live performance in the studio. Um, Middle Farm, absolutely, Kerry, that's the one. Brilliant place, brilliant place. Yeah, so Nigel went to a concert in September and raved about it. He said it's really, really good. I don't know if anybody else went to that. Excuse me. What else have I got? David Vad. I got nothing. I know nothing about David Vad. I don't know if he's here tonight. I'm not sure if he's caught it yet. But Dave, you are a mystery. Keep it that way. Uh, Bonnie's England. She's been putting up pictures of Shaun the sheep. There are sculptures of Shaun the sheep dotted around Brighton. Can anyone elucidate or illuminate for me what that is all about? Be very interested to know. And then the last video I watched today was lovely Burnie from this Kent and East Sussex Railway. It was the gathering of picking hops. And I found along the river here in Zagreb wild hops, and they have a very distinct smell to them. But his was a touching video of I told a story how one man visited the station and was sitting at the edge of this trough where they were collecting the hops, and how he remembered um, when he was a young boy doing it, throughout Kent. Lovely, touching story. But the video that Bernie put out was really nice to see more of his station. Unfortunately, there was a moment of rain, so people kind of dispersed. But then later in the day, it was beautiful sunshine. And then there was some wonderful traditional folk dancing, these young ladies dancing, and then banging with sticks. It was really, really exciting to watch that. Um, yeah, very nice. So, Bernie, I suppose you are still, still on your holidays there. Anna Jones, hello. How nice to see you. Uh, Dave Ford was watching The Omen last night on one of the many channels we have these days. Of course, at the end of the track is Tubular Bells. Yeah, was it The Omen? Oh, what was it? There was another film around that time, which I was too young to watch it. Maybe it was The Omen. Isn't that the one with Gregory Peck? Um, yes, Slim B. That was lovely. Bernie's last video. Yeah, so let me just scroll back a bit. And the sheep are lovely. It's great fun to try and find them. It's all for Martlet's cancer research and where they cause. Yeah, good. Yeah, okay. So that is a little bit of an explanation. But who made these sheep? And is there a significance in the different colorings? Uh, scrolly. Yeah. Okay. So did uh where is that village guy, Kevin? Has he managed to find his way? And Cynthia. It was the Exorcist, Dave. That was the one. Yeah, that was the film. And I remember it was such a controversy at the time when it came out. And then I saw it many years afterwards. Thought it was a bit ridiculous. There you go. You saw it on BBC Two a couple of years ago with them all sitting in a circle, noodling away. Okay. Please explain. Yeah, the film was creepy, but a little bit silly, I thought afterwards. So Bernie and Jacqueline, they're in Paul at the moment, but be around in December. Great. So where is that Kevin chap? If anyone can send him a message and tell him we are online. And what about Mr. Legend Mike Dixon? I haven't seen much of him for a few days. Bob Papp, oh, good man. You found us. Yeah. So, Bob, you spotted a lot of wild hops in the hedges recently. Where are you based? And this is a daily walk that you do around the neighborhood? 16 people. Yeah, good. 6 thumbs up. Can I give myself a thumb up? Not sure I can. Oh, got a seventh one. Thanks, Lynn. Thumbs up. Yeah. Um, right. So winter is, well, autumn is here. Winter will be soon, but will we still be going out to make videos? I went to the village when we came back from Dalmatia on Monday. I went up to see the dew pond, and it was about 2 o'clock. Beautiful sunshine, and the beautiful leaves. A lot of them had fallen onto the water. Some had sunk, but the lighting was really fantastic. I'll probably put up a couple of pictures on Kevin's page, but the lighting was really, really beautiful. And I'm so pleased that I uh, got this nylon to line the base of the dew pond. Uh, yeah, well, in due course, Lynn, I will do a video of the dew pond. There's not a lot going on in the village at the moment, so I don't want to be just doing dew pond. Although as much as I love to do it, I think I need to kind of keep a bit of variety. And but I think I might just put a few pictures up on Kevin's page. Yeah, has anyone messaged Kevin to let him know I'm here? I left my phone in my studio, so I haven't. 3 days of glorious sunshine forecast for this week. Okay, time to grab your GoPro and hound and get filming. Where are you planning to go this time, Dave? Um, and actually, where do you living in Hampshire or actually in Dorset? I've always thought that you were quite near the New Forest. Maybe you are near the New Forest, but Kevin, finally got you here. Yes, you found me. Yes, Kevin, great. I was talking about your walk around Hayling Island and how successful it was. You had 22 people there. That's really, really good. You know, it's lovely that you've acquired a loyal following of people um, who want to do your walks, even though for some people it might be a little bit challenging. That's why I said earlier, perhaps like we did the July walk, there was, Bernie had a shorter walk to enable those who wanted to participate, but found the uh, was it 6, 7 miles, a little bit of a challenge, which is understandable. We are all getting on a little bit, and sometimes I find that a challenge. Oh, so Dave, you live in Dorset, just 800 yards from the Hampshire border, and a gnat's whisker away from the New Forest. It sounds idyllic. And you've got a lovely garden. I seem to remember that you were filming your uh, your dog Fiver and uh, the other one whose name I forget now, Logan, and Ron and Lane. You have a wonderful garden as well. Lots of different seating areas. Yeah, very nice. And Kevin, you've done a lot of work in your garden, building that shed at the end. Um, but as you live alone, from whom are you escaping to go into your man cave? Ah, luckily, we have a house to I can escape to. Um, who else? What else have I seen or missed? Okay, 18 people. That's very nice. But I don't see 18 different names. If you haven't put a comment, just put your name in so I can say hi. Yeah. Kerry, you acquired this little voice recorder uh, recently, I believe. Have you experimented with it and tried it out? I love my little voice recorder, and I'm using it all the time, not just for recording sounds or conversations, but I download MP3 files from YouTube. I copy them as an MP3 file, and then I listen to them throughout the day. When I go to sleep, I sleep with something on. Elfwald, you're lurking. Do lurk. We like a few lurks around here. So, Lynn, your garden is a mess right now. Um, okay, what's the excuse? You're out filming all the time. Yes. I must admit, Lynn, you seem to do something different every day and go and visit something different every day. Um, you have a very full, active life, and you are uh, a model example of how one should enjoy retirement. Excellent. So, Kerry, you haven't tried it yet, but looking forward to giving it a go. You said you wanted to record conversations with particular people. Who are these people you wanted to chat with and record? It's a wonderful gadget, and as I've said before many times, my only one regret in life is that I never got an audio recording of my father's voice. Uh, Not everyone is retired. Hey, Robbie. But quite a few of us are. I retired years ago and haven't looked back. Yeah, Lynn, makes every day beautiful when you have something interesting to do. Yeah. Yes, Kevin, you're going to be looking into what we can do about the walks in the new year. Yeah, it's good because, we want to include everybody and one or two people don't necessarily want to do the full work. So if two, oh, Erica. You're on a barter train. This is a friend from 10, 12 years ago, YouTube friend who lives in San Francisco. So you're commuting under the bay as we speak, but want to pop on with greetings. Nice to see you use live chats, Andrew. Enjoy. Well, Erica, thank you. This is only my second time that I'm hosting this Village Hall social club. Um, I, I don't know whether you know, but we meet up online uh, for a live chat once a fortnight, and it's usually run by a lovely chap called Bernie, who is works on a heritage railway in Sussex, in Kent, Sussex, and he came up with this idea because a lot of us migrated from another live show when that stopped, and we wanted to keep in touch. And these are the friends that I go over and walk with every July for the past couple of years, and it's a joy. And I'm going over again in December, where we have a shorter walk, so the shorter day, and then a longer meal, I hope. And there's 30 of us subscribed to this uh, luncheon, which will be very, very nice. And if only you were closer, you could join us all. But California, San Francisco is a little far away, but it's lovely that you join us and you know make the circle nice, more contained, wider but contained. So you're traveling on a train at the moment, on a BART train. What's a BART train? Um, Commuting under the bay. Okay, you'll have to fill me on what that is. Okay, Rob is chatting with Uncle Ron. Yeah, I mean, even the youngsters, Ron, don't necessarily want to do the longer walks. Sometimes the shorter walks are more interesting, if that's possible. Are you guessing missing out on old Blighty? Yes, Erica. Any thoughts that you might come over? See your father-in-law. Is your father-in-law still with us? Forgive me if I don't remember. But okay, so you're doing a one-place study in the village where your mum grew up, Kerry, and she's still got school friends all in their 80s. That's fantastic. I have an auntie in Germany who's in her mid 90s, and she is still in touch with school friends. There's still one or two of them around. Uh, Really touching to have that continuity, that history. Ian, you made it. Hi. Hi, Andrew. And all sorry I'm late, but booking tickets for a show. Thanks, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn, for reminding Ian. And Ian, it was lovely to see that you joined Kevin's Ramble's walk to Hayling Island last month, and it seems that am I correct in assuming that your foot is much better now and that you are able to do the walks, which is great because, we like you around. Good. Okay, Erica. So, not anytime soon. I want to keep tracing Adrian's family history in Gloucestershire next time and to go on some great walks. Yeah, this is lovely, this tracing family history. As some of you might know, I found the grave of one of my ancestors in Tower Hamlets Cemetery, which my friend Sid and I um, managed to locate with the help of the volunteers of Tower Hamlets Cemetery. And the tombstone is correct. And thanks to Kerry, I found the plot number, which is how we could find the stone. And she sent me the records, and it wrote down that his address was Manby Road, 31, I think it is. And my friend Sid and I went to Manby Road, and I thought that it was a long street, but half of it was destroyed during the war because there was a big car park and a supermarket. But thanks to wonderful Nigel Sadler, he sent me copies of old maps, and it showed that the street that I was assumed was a long street was not. Was exactly as we found it, and the gravestone um, at the top it had an address. It just had BY and Grove, which is the next road at 90 degrees to Manby Road, which I thought was the street where my ancestor lived. But it seems that there was a mistake written in the official records, and that the address which was broken off on the tombstone actually was Manby Grove. So Nigel sent me a screenshot from Google Street View of the house, possible house where my ancestor lived and died. And the plot thickens. So I've got to go into this in more detail, probably in the summer when I come over again. So let's have a look. So Ian, you say so your foot not better, but still able to do my work. Waiting for a new uh, podiatrist, podiatrist, insoles, and probably shockwave therapy to come. Yeah, yeah. Well, keep working on your foot, and even if you do the shorter version of the walks, just be there with us, especially for the lunch. Um, so yeah, Rob's always out and about as well, taking nice photos. Yeah, he does take good pictures, and I think I hope you won't mind me saying because he's admitted it publicly that he is colorblind, so he tweaks his photographs, but he makes them so much more dramatic. I mean, the scenes are dramatic anyway, but he enhances the drama by tweaking the colors so that he can see them. Um, you couldn't do that unless you had this, unless you were colorblind. But so Bob Pat is off to the Lake District soon. Camping. Okay. Yeah, I love camping. Wild camping. Makes you appreciate home, the comfort of your bed. Yeah. Oh, Jackie, you've lost a connection. Oh, it's all good. Okay. Hope that was just a temporary thing. Yeah, Tracy, Robert's pictures are very charismatic. Yeah, yeah, Lynn B is interesting. Looking for ancestors. Yeah. My good friend Kim is subscribed to a lot of these sites where you can trace your family origins, and she said that she will have a look, and then we will sit down together and um, try and fill in the gaps because my family did. Um, oh, Rob, you see greens, blues, and shades of grey. Well, good. The eye of all the colours, the eye is most sensitive to the different shades of green. I mean, this painting above, this is one of my ones of the South Downs from 1991, I think. A lot of varieties of greens there. Michael White. Hello, Michael. How lovely to see you join us. Really nice. Yeah. Is that why we don't see colours? Ian's asking Rob, is that why we don't see the colour of your money? Next round is on Rob. Okay. Yes, Lynn, sad when parents pass and you haven't asked more about their past. Yeah. I mean, my father did speak about his war experiences after a little bit of persuasion, and I managed to make a note of quite a bit. But my stepfather, this is the one occasion when I really wish I'd had a voice recorder with me then when we were sitting in the garden at a table having a coffee. And I don't know how the conversation started, but he told me about being on the beaches of Dunkirk for 3 days and what a profound experience that was. And I think that generation, those experiences really were life changing. They would stay with you forever. And I often think that that generation, after what they experienced, that everything after that was pale by comparison. I don't know, perhaps I'm assuming, but yeah. So, Kevin, you've done a lot of family research with your cousin Sue uh, Blout, isn't it? Who came on the walk, didn't she? From the Midlands, you said? Yeah. And we are back to 1795 on the Hall side, but back to Henry VIII's time on our maternal grandmother's side, I think it is. Yeah. Michael, don't worry. I mean, I had to abort the live stream after the first 10 minutes because I was in my studio feeding off my phone's internet and there was a lot of buffering. So I had to rush home, which is only 10 minutes away, and start up the stream again. Uh, so you've gone back to Henry VIII's time. Well, I have I had an interesting thought when I was putting in the name of my surname, Norris, and Smeaton, the family of engineers who designed lighthouses in the 17th, 18th, 19th century. I put those two names in to YouTube together, and it came up with a video of the execution of Anne Boleyn. Now, these two names were inextricably linked with the beheading of Anne Boleyn. Um, Sir Henry Smeaton and was it Sir Henry Norris and Mark Smeaton were two of the four men implicated in her downfall, and it seems a strange coincidence that these two names should appear back in the is it the 15th century, 16th century, and also in the 19th century. And I'm wondering whether that Norris, Sir Henry Norris, is related to me. Good to have a rogue in the family if that's true. Kerry, you've taken one of your clients line back to the 1400s, but he was well known and a wealth of research out there. That's brilliant. Yeah. I don't know if Kim told me, because we were talking about families. There was one Dyer, I think his name was, a character, an actor in EastEnders, and he was in the series Who Do You Think You Are? And they took him back to royalty, and I think he went to back to King Harold. I think I'm right in that. If any of you saw that, yeah, Norris is a Norman name. Yeah, yes. Um, Danny Dyer, Karen. Yes, I suspected you might have seen it. That was a extraordinary story. Yeah, yeah. So you've hit a brick wall with the Hall family going back further. Yes, yeah, Tracy. That was a fantastic episode. Yes, Elaine, it's easy if you have an unusual surname. Yeah. Yeah, but family history is really wonderful. It's nice to know where you are. I wonder if it would be nice to be recorded the conversation. It's so nice that you have the voices of Croatian people within your. I know, and I was looking at a video that I did uh, about 10 years ago called "The Voice of the Village," and where I interviewed people about their lives. Excuse me. And the sad thing for me is that most of the people in that video have now died, and even some of my uh, dearest friends, and I'm very sad about that. But I'm blessed that I have a lot of recordings of them. And one neighbor, Mara, from whom we got Zorro, um, I have about 200 hours of conversation with her. Not all of it is of much consequence, but a lot of nuggets in her conversation and songs. She would sing for me, and I recorded a lot of her impromptu singing, the kind of improvised songs that the children would sing when they took the cattle to pasture uh, all those years ago. Yeah, I hope the recordings will be of value at some time or other. At the moment, no one is really uh, particularly interested, but that's because it's still a living tradition. It's only when you start feeling nostalgic about something that you realize what you're losing, what you've lost. But anyway, I have this archive, and it's there to donate to any institution that is particularly interested. Uh, Matthew Pinsett also went back as far as it is possible to go in lineage terms, right through all the royal lines. Matthew Pinsett, that name is familiar. Um, who is he? So, Limber, you follow a Facebook group, a dog group, and the areas in the lakes. He takes his dogs. Are beautiful. Oh, right, yeah, yes. His dogs. Oh, so you're talking about someone in particular who has their dogs. Let me scroll back a little bit. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. One of the Chancellor of the Exchequers to Richard the Fourth. Okay. I think it's Kevin was trying to think of his name. Olympic Rare. Hmm. Okay. Matthew Pinsett. You have to fill me in on who that is. How are we doing for time, Andrew? What are you growing? Ian, actually, I've used a multi-cultivator on our vegetable garden, and what I need to do, I need to improve the quality of the soil. So I've got tricola, clover seeds, which I should be um, spreading tomorrow or the day after to grow quickly, and then it'll die over winter, and then I will uh, plow it into the field to try and improve the quality of the soil. It needs more organic material to make it less clay-like. But of course, there are no cows left in the village really, and no manure. So I'm going to try this technique, and maybe next year I'll get reasonable looking parsnips. The ones that I got this year have got little shoots going off in all directions. They look very alien. Yeah, green manure it's called, Ian. Yes, thank you. Yeah, so it is good. So I'll give it a go, and hopefully that will break down the soil a bit. Yeah. So Matthew Pinsett, yeah, he's the rower, wasn't he? Rode with Steve Redgrave. Hmm. He's been on local TV, and yes, there's a place, but a lot of people are looking for infinity pools lately, as it's trendy. What's an infinity pool? Uh, Michael, yes, Zorro will be rolling in the clover. Yes, sweet boy. Yeah. Yeah, he's a bit tired. But he's been traveling from Dalmatia and then in the village and then here. It's been a lot of journeying for him, and it's exhausting. Yeah. Green manure is an excellent way to keep cats off your beds in the winter. Well, we've got a excuse me. We put a fence around our vegetable garden because the deer, wild deer come and munch, and there are wild boar very near. I haven't seen them, but my neighbour took her dog for a walk in the woods where I always go with Zora, and a whole bunch of them leapt out of the undergrowth and dashed off. Rather scary for her. Uh, I mean, you've grown your parsnips and toilet rolls in compost and planted the whole thing. Yeah, that's an alternative way. Excuse me. Yeah. Dave, you get strange looks from folk when you're collecting natural manure from the New Forest. Ponies. They're probably townies, you know. What would they know? Yeah. So an infinity pool. A pool at the bottom of a waterfall deep enough to swim in. The trouble with infinity pools is that they're far too cold. Well, I started doing this Wim Hof method of breathing, uh, thanks to Mark English, who put me onto it. And part of that is um, cold showers, cold baths. And I'm just started trying out the cold showers, and it's a bit of a shock, but I'm trying to improve my breathing and my breath hold. I managed to keep it up for 2 minutes. I can do 2 minutes. Not every time, but some of the times I've been able to keep my hold of my breath for 2 minutes. Yes, Lynn, I need to drink a lot of grape juice. Yeah, preferably the fermented variety. But uh, yeah, that stuff is potent. Yes, Dave, says Jacqueline. Uh, Pony and trap, Michael. Yes, Cockney slang. Don't get caught having a pony in the woods. Yes. Okay, now. Gosh, it's 1 minute to go. Wow, and still 19 of you hanging on. Okay, well, shall I do another extra 5 minutes since we started the chat late, the live stream late? But give it 5 minutes, and then I've got to go and pick up all my stuff. We need an extra 5 minutes. Okay, Lynn, it's a deal. Yeah, I was working in 12, -12 last year, so get out in the cold. Yeah, I I noticed actually since I started doing the breathing, I can tolerate the cold a bit more. I mean, when I go swimming in the river with Zorro, it's not such a struggle to get into the water. This week, well, tomorrow I'm going because of the Americans, and I think next week's going to be really good weather. So I will try and do a swim every day with the boy, with Zorro, because he loves to swim. Really, he loves to swim. Yes, Lynn, it's 10 o'clock here now. Yeah, 1 hour difference. Michael, yes, thank you. Yes, I must do it again. Well, yeah, when Bernie is otherwise indisposed, I'll be very happy to uh, take on doing this live streaming, but I'll remember to do it from home rather than uh, next door in my studio. Did I miss something? Um, oh, so Kerry, your gardens are bare in the winter. Yes. Well, green manure enrich the soil. That would kill two birds, as it were. Now, actually, do we have any bird experts in the chat here who are subscribed to Kevin's rambles, or his sister channel, which I think Cynthia manages, called Nature as You See It? I filmed a rather large bird with speckled patterning. uh, at my neighbour's in the summer, and it looked like it was being fed by a bird less than half its size, and I have no idea what it is. So if there was somewhere I could post it, that if any bird watchers, people knowledgeable about birds, could have a look, then let me know or send me a private message. I can always send the little clip it to you for identification. The birds is another thing I want to learn to identify. I have quite a few birds in the garden when I put out sunflower seeds for them, and it's a lovely, lovely thing to watch. Yeah. Do you ever use Google Photos? It identifies all sorts of things. I I haven't tried that, Lynn. No, I have an app for um, plants called Plant Snap, which is usually pretty good, but I don't have anything for birds. Yeah. Well, Lynn, I will follow your recommendation and give it a go. Give it a go. Yeah. Good, good. So the water companies are getting away with murder. What are they doing, Michael? Water companies getting away with murder. Oh, okay, Dave. A lot of sewage in the Bewley River now. Not that keen on Logan doing a dog dip there now. No, keep the dogs out the stream. And actually, your dog was Logan was drinking in, was it the Devil's Brook near Bingham's Malcolm? Now, I'd always be a little bit cautious about runoff from farms going into the rivers and having dogs drink the water. But that was, I don't know what the state of the river was, but if it was clean, you thought it was okay, then fair enough. So, Kerry, you love feeding. Yes, you mentioned that before. You have a pigeon who knocks on the door if the food is left. How cheeky. We have a black squirrel, which I put up a little video snippet recently of him climbing up the walnut tree in front of the house and pinching the last few walnuts we have. But good luck to him. Good luck to him. It's lovely to see it. He disappeared for a number of years, but I'm very pleased to see it back. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and anybody else of a different persuasion, it's been lovely to spend this hour or so with you. 19 of you watching. That's really nice. So, I think I will finish the stream and wish you all laku noć, lijepo spavanje, good night, pleasant dreams, and if I don't see you before the 3rd of December, I hopefully see many of you at the Kevin's Rambles walk, organized by Kevin, Cynthia, and Steve Musco, who's also plays a major role um, in helping Kevin, get his act together. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. I missed most of what was an enjoyable. You can always catch it up. Catch it up. Forget the first stream because there was a lot of buffering there. Cynthia, you're here. Great. Thank you. So, good night, everybody. I will go and tidy up my studio and go and pick up my phone and my voice recorder. Can't be without that. So, good night, Michael. Good night, Elaine. Good night, Cynthia. Good night, Lynn. I'll say good night to Zara on your behalf. And Laco Noche.